everybody, welcome back. Now, after being attacked yesterday, Lightning is still a little bit under the weather, which meant really I haven't got much done today because I spent time with him to make sure he is alright. The vet advised me to do that. So I have got a couple of questions I need to ask as well. I've been using my time well with the dog by planning stuff, making the list of all the stuff I got to do, and we've had the people from the mayor's office down today about the koi poo, which are, for the American viewers, some people mentioned it, they're called nutria in America. They are from South America originally, and they're not muskrats, they're different. I know that because we've also got muskrats, which is another problem. So obviously you can see that bank a bit better. It's that side, so main entrance, this is the side entrance, kitchen bridge. Collapsing wall because people planted conifer trees where they shouldn't be, so the roots knocked that out. Thank you so much whoever planted that. Here's my little swan house, and you can quite literally see underneath that and all the way along the bank huge amounts of holes. Let's get a bit closer. Let's not fall in the moat with said camera. Yes. Oh, you can actually see a little pathway here, can't you? Where are the little buggers? Yeah, see, you can see in amongst that root system there, all the way along that bank. So that entire bank, because they will feel fantastically sheltered in that bamboo. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but apart from that bamboo being extremely invasive, I think you don't really need privacy. It's a private drive already. The fact that you've got this beautiful view being hidden by very invasive bamboo, which is now also helping to hide little critters. Because there's the gates, there's the chateau, you can see the chimneys. Isn't that a wasted view? What do you think? The bushes over there, which you can just see behind that terrace, that's what I showed you yesterday, where we have a huge amount of muskrats, koi poo even. They love swimming around the lake. As you can see, because the banks along here are getting cleared to give more of the water back, they don't like it over here anymore, which is why they've gone to that section. This section is reasonably clear, and they've actually killed some of these bushes over there. But in the bamboo over here, we have a different type of creature. We have muskrats, very similar, different type of tail, but muskrats are carnivorous. Now, you can see over there, you can see there's holes. They are from muskrats. Now they go all the way over there. There's some more underneath that bamboo there, and there are some more between that tree and that stump. So it's quite a large problem over here. Now, to be fair, they've never attacked the dog. They've never done anything other than burrow into this bank, which is full of bamboo, which really shouldn't be here because it's so invasive, it's terrible. I mean, I'd like that to go, and then maybe we can get rid of those. Do you think that needs to come out, that bamboo? Because the muskrats aren't actually currently a problem. Hugely infested with them, it appears. But at the moment, they're less of a problem than the koi poo, nutria. What do you think? If we get rid of all that bamboo, dig the roots out and get that bank level, we'll have a great view, and they will have been displaced. So they will go elsewhere. What do you think? Are you feeling a little bit better? Because you've just been lying down all day, haven't you? And you're still a bit quiet. It's alright, they're not there. Yeah, stop looking at the bridge. It's the scene of the crime. No? You is a sad little man, aren't you? So, my little companion is clearly a little bit under the weather, and I'm just spending the time with him so he knows he's loved. Like I said, that time spent with him as well is I formulate plans. My mind's always working, and I actually filmed some stuff when the wind was really up the other day about the other tunnels here, which we need to work out what to do. So I need your suggestions. Oh, I've got little waves on the moat. Makes you feel better. Right, out this horrible part of this rather muddy and back garden. That's what I need to deal with. Now, all of this all along here, that's wonderful. Having a bit of a go at that this weekend with some friends. A wood chopping party. This should all get clear. I'll pull that down because that was for our peacocks. We sadly no longer have any peacocks. Up along there is our kitchen garden. That is the gardener's cottage. Now, a question. So I have to plan and budget for all of these things. What on earth am I supposed to do with these tunnels other than storage? Because these are such a beautiful feature. Really should be able to do something with them. I mean, look at the workmanship that has gone into these vaulted roofs. And they're not an insignificant size. Sorry. You know. What do we think? We need to repoint it all. What could you do with these tunnels? And of course, what could you do under here? Now, this is a bit like a horror movie down here, which is a bit of a shame, because once upon a time there are actually some photos of people enjoying themselves down here, sat down. Of course, that would have had lots of wine in it over there. And actually, look at this floor. I don't know if you can just make that out. That's wood. That is little rounds of wood that have been put into the mud floor. Now, ignore what's in here. That's there for some stone above. What could you do with a room like this? And is it even worth thinking about? Other than the fact that I found some cable I need. You know, what could you do? You know. Or shall we just put a big gate at the end of it and forget about it for a very, very long time? Don't get me wrong. The first job is to make that secure so people don't go wandering up there. But I do need to formulate a plan. One of the things which, looking at the other chateau, it comes up on a regular basis, is you'd have to make a plan on what you can do, how long, and budget for it to get everything finished. It's in the same way as this place. You can't make your decisions what you're going to do, unless you've thought about it. And I have no clue what we would do with that. It would need work. At a minimum, it needs work. But what on earth would you actually do with it after that work? And that needs to go into the plan. We have a second one. That's obviously got a gate. It's just shutters and all sorts of storage. And this is a little bit easier to see. These are non-interconnecting. This one's in significantly better condition. But I don't really need to use either of them for anything. Don't collect wine, so I'm not sure what to do with them. Let's go up to the next plant. This might help. That's the top of my bread oven. The wind gets it up here all right, doesn't it? Now, this, our wonderful gardener's cottage. Not really much we can do with it for many reasons. As I said before, let's just get you. Let's just get the brightness up. There we go. On that side of it is a farmyard. So all you'll hear is the smells and the sounds of the sheep next door, which is a shame because it's a cute little building with a beautiful fireplace. And you could go upwards into the attic a little bit. There's some light showing up there, but generally speaking it's reasonably watertight, and time and effort has been spent on trying to point the two walls. But that space below, that old sort of cellar where the wine racks are, they're underneath my feet. So does that mean there's something that we could do with 3 floors here that would be good? Because this cannot be self-catering accommodation. The noise from the farmyard next door and the smells mean this cannot be self-catering accommodation. It's never going to be. Some people have said make it a tool shed. It's too far from the property. Anything you're going to bring up it's such a long walk. It's not worth a tool shed. It seems to be a complete waste if you're just going to use it with the kitchen garden outside as a place to keep a couple of gardening tools. That seems a waste of a really good building. Someone out there must have an idea, and perhaps that uses all of them, or they uses none of them, I don't know, for that tunnel, that cellar, this cottage and the attic. I don't know. Wait to start planting stuff up. Oh, my berry bushes are starting again. Back with vengeance already. So the hollyhocks over there. Can't keep nature down in this place, can you? Yeah, see, yeah. A row of hollyhocks, they're coming through. Good. Problem with up here is the wind. It's not the windiest of days. You really feed it up here, coming straight down off that field. The chateau generally is hidden by all these trees at the back. This little bit up here, not so much. Now, yeah. Is this fallen over? Yeah. Okay. That's another one down. Nice to deal with. Got to deal with all of this wood tomorrow. This half decent weather. You couldn't believe how much wood comes down in this place. Now, you get all of this levelled out again when all of this wood is gone. So I don't know, there's a ramp up here, you see. You can go up there, and that's how you get to cottage, tunnel, cottage, all the way up there on that wall. Is what can I do with those tunnels, this cottage, maybe this area? Now over here, I actually got a concrete pad, which has given me an idea. What about, on that concrete pad, an American Airstream Caravan? Little garden in front of it, little area. Don't know how that wouldn't use the cottage or anything, but what about that as a camping area for something for help the chateau have a little bit of funds? Wouldn't be people staying in my home, but it would be they would get the use and the beauty of it, and it would put a little bit of money in the pot. For those who don't know what an American Airstream caravan is, Google. Pretty shiny thing. Bit expensive, but pretty shiny thing. What do you think? So that was obviously filmed the other day. Wanted to do some more to that, but while I'm sat looking after the dog, I want to my mind never stops, so I like to be able to mull these things over. What do you think we should do with those tunnels and with that cottage? I mean, it is no good for a workshop. It is too far away to take stuff up, come down. It's right up the top. It's a decent distance from the chateau, and it's no good as a cottage. Not at the moment, because it would just stink of the sheep next door, and all you do is hear them. So what use has it got? Obviously, need to make sure it's watertight, in good nick and standing. Cap that chimney really. But what do you do after that, apart from secure the building? Who knows? Maybe you do. So do leave a comment, and I look forward to reading them. Thank you.